My understanding, you correct me if I'm wrong, because I did a deep dive into this at one point, that every father who comments on John 3:5 sees it as baptism.
Yes.
That there's no one who disagrees with that. There's no one who takes out an opposing view to that.
Which, of course, to be born again of water and the Spirit.
Well, you would think, but then you chat with some Protestants today, and they say, well, that's amniotic fluid, and so it's a natural birth,
right.
and yeah.
Which is the understanding Nicodemus seems to have that Jesus then corrects.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly right.
You know, like he's, how can I be born again?
Well, that's funny, isn't it?
Womb?
Because even when it comes to John 6, the very thing that Jesus tries to correct is now, in some Protestant circles, a Protestant interpretation.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I've heard a good Protestant objection to John 6, which is, look all over the Gospel of John, and people are regularly misunderstanding him by taking him too literally.
Yes.
John 2, he says, destroy this temple and in 3 days I'll rebuild it. And people aren't getting that it's a metaphor for his body. John 3, when he's talking about being born again, as we just said, he's not talking about physical
I am the vine,
birth.
you are the branches.
Yeah, totally. But in John 6, it works totally the other way around.
Well, and that in every, correct me if I'm wrong, in every circumstance where Christ is being misunderstood, either the author of Scripture or those around him correct it.
And precisely, because you don't want to say, here's Jesus, here he is being misunderstood, I'm going to let the readers languish in that misunderstanding. Because if you just said, like, this is how Jesus was misunderstood, no sane evangelist is going to say, good luck, try to figure out what he actually meant. Because you've already, as an evangelist, as a witness to these things, this is capable of being misinterpreted in X way because it was. So either Jesus corrects it, or the evangelist spells it out, but he referred to the temple of his body in John 10.
Yes.
And so the fact that doesn't happen, or more precisely, the fact that it happens in the opposite direction in John 6, where they start off with a figurative interpretation and Jesus corrects them into a literal one, and then they take him literally, and then he doubles down on the literal language, and then leaves them there.
Yeah.
That reads like he doesn't mean it symbolically or, in a purely figurative way.
Yeah, when I did a deep dive into that topic, I debated Cameron Bertuzzi on the Eucharist. I don't do many debates because I'm not good at them, but Cameron's a friend, and we did one. But the more I took a deep dive into that, I was in agreement that to be steeped in history is to cease to be a Protestant. Or that if you didn't want to accept the Catholic view, then you had to accept some kind of view. Maybe there's a Protestant view that you can accept of real presence, but this mainstream Baptist, this is merely a symbol, is just nowhere. This is so late in Christian history.
Indeed. And it's just it's a bad exegesis of John 6. The idea that people are going to leave him over some like convoluted symbol that just means have faith, that's not even a controversial message. These are his disciples. These are people who already thought they had faith.
Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe and leave a comment below letting us know what you thought about the video.